Good morning, beautiful humans. Happy Saturday. How are we? How are you? How's your heart? Had a little bit of tech issues yesterday with doing my videos on stories, so I thought I'm just going to jump on my weekly live and incorporate it into my Be in Your Body practice. Good morning. So we're going to have a little chat about boundaries today, about bountiful boundaries. It's a topic that I really love, not only personally, but good morning, Erin. Good morning, Ash. How are you? So lovely to see your name pop up. So boundaries is a big topic for so many people, and I really love sharing about this, because not only because of the industry I'm in, and I'm in close, intimate contact with a lot of people all day, every day, but I believe it's the cornerstone of our relationships to build healthy connection. So a technique that I use when I'm setting boundaries is, and when I want to uphold and set a boundary, the first question that I ask myself is, where do I have an unmet need that is unexpressed? A lot of the time, so where do I have an unmet need that is unexpressed? A lot of the time when we want to set boundaries, good morning, Jessica. So when we're wanting to set boundaries, what happens a lot of the time is, and I know I did this for many years ago, it was to, like, I had to push back. I was like, okay, I haven't expressed a need that I'm wanting in this relationship, in this situation, in my business, whatever part of life that is. And now I want to push back against. So a lot of the time when we are setting boundaries, we have to think about whether we're wanting to invite in more closeness and intimacy, or whether we're pushing back and we're driving disconnection. A lot of the time when people are setting boundaries, it's from this like, oh, I want to just set a boundary to keep people away. So you're creating like a disconnect and a pushback rather than an invite in and a closeness. And this is an art form that I don't believe is just like a one-off thing. This is something that you can do continually to help support and uphold your boundaries. In the little poll that I did, there was quite a lot of people who were like, I can't set them. There was others that can set them easily. So if you set boundaries easily, please share in this video. I would love to know. I'd love to get other people's insights and share knowledge on this topic, because I think it is a really important foundation in not only loving yourself, but loving others better. So my first question, where do you have an unmet need that is unexpressed, that is in conjunction to the boundary that you want to set? And then, are you inviting in closeness and intimacy and connection, or are you pushing back and driving disconnection? From that space, you can self-reflect in a way that is, where was my need not met? What do I need? How do I express that? And how do I express that lovingly in a way that creates more connection and closeness with me and the other person? So what gets in the way of this? What gets in the way a lot of the time is that why we are doing it. So are we doing it for an internal validation or an external validation? Is the first question. A lot of the time from childhood, all our inner child work, we have been doing things to create connection and love, of where we feel validated by other people. So all these external markers, this is not only imprinted in us, but this is also in society every day. Like, where are you seeking external validation is a really wonderful question to ask yourself when you are setting boundaries. So is it coming from an internal place of validation, or are you seeking something externally, in whether you're inviting in a healthy boundary or an unhealthy boundary? So to me, an unhealthy boundary would require a pushback and a disconnection, whereas a healthy boundary is about inviting in more love, in more connection, in more closeness. And a big part of inviting in that closeness is around vulnerability. So when we can't distinguish what our unmet need is, generally we're not going to be vulnerable. So how do we do this? We self-reflect, we ask ourselves these questions that we've gone through on this little life, and then we be vulnerable in a conversation. And sometimes that conversation is the hardest part, because maybe we're not used to being messy. Maybe we don't want to stuff it up, and you're probably not going to do it perfectly the first time, and that is okay. This is all about like building the artistry of building bountiful boundaries. So I hope that's really supportive. If you want me to go any deeper into this, please let me know. I do have a little freebie that I have for everybody on here. It's called Radical Self Love, and it's a 7-day series that is based on radically loving yourself in the ways that I believe are really, really vital, and the things that I've learned over my life so far. It's free. There's 7 bite-sized audios. One of them is on boundaries. You're welcome to download it. The link is in my bio. Hope you have a lot of fun with that. That was really fun to create, so please enjoy. And then the other thing I want to share while I'm on here is a really great essential oil for upholding boundaries is tea tree essential oil. Tea tree, Melaleuca. So this one is sourced in Australia with doTERRA, and I've used this for many, many, many years before I start work with people, popping my hands on their head every single day. Like, it is an energetic field that supports you. So I pop this, roll it on my feet every day and up my spine. So it is the oil of energetic boundaries. I really love that oil. I even diffuse it in the salon. Not only is it antibacterial, but on an energetic level, it's really supportive for boundaries. So I hope you have a beautiful Saturday and a beautiful weekend. I hope you're doing something nourishing for you, and please share any questions or any insights around boundaries. And I'd love to know, do you struggle to set them? Do you set them easily? How have you done that? How have you learned how to do that in relationship? I would love to know. Have a beautiful day.